What a do, skibbity boo. It's your boy SeanyB, and we're going to be playing some Ao Kuang in the jungle today. The purpose of this video is to kind of review the gameplay and discuss some of the costs and unoptimized things that occur. And with that in mind, let's kind of go over Ao Kuang and his kit. So the first thing you're going to want to level up with Ao Kuang is his 3. It has the shortest cooldown and it allows you to do the most damage to the minions. Although your most damaging ability is going to be your 2. And the way that the 2 works is you call 6 dragon serpents, and whenever you land a basic attack, you attack and one of the dragons will do follow-up damage on a confirmed basic attack, or you can shoot all the dragons at once by pushing the 2 button again. And then your first ability is a dash, which makes you go invisible and allows you to explode where you left, a little ring where you left. So right now we're going to start at speed camp, then we're going to make our way over to the harpies. We're going to skip the jungle shrine because it's not worth the time right now. You want to be as quick as possible, hitting speed, harpies, then blue. Whenever you're jungling, you kind of always want to make sure that you tell your solo laner that you're hitting the mana, so that way they can come over and get some of the XP if they choose to. Unfortunately, I did not do that this game, so that's one thing I could do to improve my jungle gameplay. So I put a point into my 2. Now I have most of my damage. I'm just lacking my escape, but I don't use that for damage too much. So another trick you can do as jungler is to blink. Sorry, got a little focus there. Is to blink over the wall and just surprise the mid laner with a bunch of damage. So now that we have high pressure in lane, we're going to try to invade their jungler or their jungle and steal red. We haven't seen their jungler at all yet. So here they are. They were just a little late, and that's kind of the difference between being quick and being slow when attacking your speed, harpies, then blue. Since we did it faster than Mulan, we were able to blink in and do a bunch of damage in mid and then invade. So now that we've invaded, we want to go back to mid, kind of reset things. We got a Neja med, which is pretty unusual. So just by activating my 2, I kind of scared that Kukulkan back, although it looks like he's really hurting on mana. So now we want to go to our red. And the whole time we're jungling, we're keeping an eye on our speed buff. So it is close to responding. And that means that after red, we want to move over to speed, so it's up. So somewhere in all of that fighting that happened between us and Kukulkan and Mulan, there was about 5 seconds I could have been out earlier, and I would have been able to get to my speed quicker, thus leveling up faster. So I hit my speed, then harpies. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hit jungle shrine. It doesn't have to be completely full to hit it, but you don't want to hit it if it's only going to give you like 3 of the chalices, which equals like 15 gold. So we're going to be hitting harpies, kind of saving mana since we're low. And if you did not know, the jungle starter item returns health and mana on kill of a jungle camp. So as you'll see, whenever one of these guys goes down, I get a little bit of health and mana. So if you just attack with your basic attack and take the loss to mana, you can actually, or the loss to health, you can actually build up a little bit of mana by hitting the camps. And then in terms of the build, we went the jungle starter item, and then we went into the tier 1 of lifesteal. Just figured I didn't really want to be worried about health regen. I wanted to be able to engage and know I was going to win the battle. So I got poked out a little bit there. I was pretty confident I wasn't going to die. Cuckoo doesn't have his damage yet. So since I'm weak and Neja is... she could actually be pushing the red right now. But they were able to secure their red, which means our timer is now a little off. So we got to kind of hang out in mid until our red buff is about to respawn. So I just put a point into my ult, and if you're unaware with Ao Kuang, his ult is an execute, so once their health gets to a certain threshold, you can ult them, which takes a dragon and yourself up into the air, and then you can land back down. So while Najal's not there, it makes sense to hit mid to get all this XP. Taking a look at our speed, it's almost up. And right now we have a decent amount of money, so we want to go ahead and back and then buy. I think I might be trying to stay around to get Bancroft's Talon, which is 1950, so I'm pretty close. My speed's up, so I should have backed maybe 5-10 seconds earlier, and I could be arriving at speed as it shows up. But it was 1950, so I backed just a little bit too early. So I'm going to wait and spawn to get this item. It's more effective to get this item online and rely on the speed camp for your movement speed early game. That way, whenever you go in for an engagement, you can secure the kill. So we're going to be starting a rotation, starting at speed. Speed, Jungle Shrine, Harpies, Blue. That's the plan. That's the rotation you should be trying to hit, and hit it in that order so that way you have the timers for everything and you're arriving at each camp kind of as it's spawning. Unfortunately, they invaded the blue. Mulan's here. So I hit her with my 3, and then I started hitting her with basic attacks, and then I ult her, and that is Ao Kuang's kit. That's what you want to be looking to do every time. You want to get up in their face and land the basic attacks with the 2. Get them weak enough, and then potentially ult them out, or just confirm the kill. So he used his 3, or his 3 on the wave. So I was able to just dash up. That's his most damaging ability. It looks like he's hurting for mana. Probably doesn't have enough for 1 anyway. And right now the Bancroft's Talon is allowing me to sustain that minion damage. I'm checking their red. It's not there. I'm going to go ahead and steal these small harpies. That way they just can't have them. And I get a little bit of XP for my rotation. I don't want to siphon too much steel off of Najal. And I also thought that Cuckoo back, so I went right. I saw that he was still there, rotated middle. So Mulan ults out. Smart move, although I did not have my ultimate, so I would not have been able to execute her. Going for the red buff. Purple buff is up right now, so I could rotate that way to secure some of that XP. Looks like I'm just going to leave it to those 2. So my speed is almost up. I should be looking to back or be at yellow. But since I'm so far on the right side of the map, it'd be way better to back. Looks like I'm going to hit the Oracle Harpies. I think it would have been more efficient to back and be at my speed in 2 seconds than it is for me to hit Oracle. Most people at low level games aren't going to be going for a pre 10-minute Gold Fury, especially if your team is holding them in lane. So right now our blue is up, Kukulkan's going for it. I'm already missing out on some XP because he's going to be able to secure that by himself before I can get over there, and that puts me back probably a third of a level just by not being able to get blue with Kukulkan. So what I'm going to do instead is just hit these harpies. Looks like I'm not even aware he hit blue yet. Oh, this is a great way to not get XP. So I should have gone mid harpy and try to keep pressure on Kukulkan. Instead I come over to dance with Vamana, the god, with a dash and an ult that heals him a ridiculous amount. I check their blue, it's not there, so now I'm missing probably 2 rotations worth of XP. I'm invading to try to get some of the XP that I should be getting right now on my side of the map. The side harpies aren't there. Good beads. I was able to confirm the kill. but Kukulkan got me. What I could have done was blink in instead of using my 1. That way, as soon as he beats, I could have dashed out of the tower with my 1. And then build-wise, I have built cooldown boots. I find it's just most effective on most mages that 10% cooldown is hard to get on the items that you want it to have. So if you can just cheaply get 10% of the 40% max right off of start, or pretty close to early game, it's way better than the extra power and lifesteal that you get on the other boots. So I hit back Harpies, it looks like purple's up, that's the next large camp, so that's where I gravitate towards. Speed's almost up, but I believe I have enough time to hit purple. So right now I could back and go to speed. I'm going to try to kill this Heimdall, it looks like. So he dashes out, he's trying to teleport out. The dragons were able to confirm the damage. So I want to clear up this wave. So I'm actually stealing XP from Uller right now. I could have left that for Uller and been at my speed. Saved about 5 seconds on the rotation. Now Kukulkan's hitting the Harpies. Looks like they weren't even there. So my timing is a little bit off. My camp timers are a little off. Looks like Mulan just hit my speed. Feels bad to have your speed stolen when you're a jungler. So Kukulkan's going back to the left lane. Working my way up, checking those mid XP Harpies. They're not there. Gonna path towards their red, see if that's there, see if Kukulkan's on it. Maybe I can catch him, trying to secure their red. That's not there. Just mindlessly wandering jungle. So I gotta go mid to try to get some of the XP. I see Jing's kind of dancing around in jungle and I have my ult, so I feel pretty confident that I might be able to secure a kill over here. So right there I dashed. Let's see if that costs me. Oh yes. Oh yes. It cost me. So I should not have dashed on Jingting. His health, he just had too much health, and I would not have been able to safely secure that. And I didn't even factor in that they had ults. So I could have played that a little bit safer and probably put myself in a better position to not die there. In terms of the build, we're going to be starting to go into the ring tree. Demonic Grip. Ooh, I gotta refresh myself on the names. But we're going to get the one that reduces their magic protections as you land basic attacks. Stacks up to 3 times. And the reason we are doing this is because we want to be able to do relevant damage with our 2 against tanks. And it also just helps secure the kill on some of the squishies. So blue is there, but I'm going to rotate back to grab my speed. I was a little upset that I didn't get it last time, so I'm trying to secure it. Now would have been a more effective time to hit Jungle Shrine than when I did a couple of seconds ago. Gonna go over to blue, secure this. So there are minions in his wave, but he just teleported there, so I do not want to go left. Amana's there. I just kind of turned to check out his health pool. If he was low, I might have rotated back. So they're doing a good job hitting these mid harpies. They've gotten a lot more than I have. 3 and 2. So we just got the first tower on right side. They have yet to get a tower. We're doing alright. We're checking their camps. Gonna hit their back harpies just to kind of secure something. So the timers on all the camps are a little off. Typically you want to go yellow, harpies, blue, and then you have the option to either hit mid harpies or just rotate mid. I prefer blinking in mid on that first rotation, occasionally on the second. And then you want to go to their red, if you can, and then your red, if you can. And then you kind of just want to hit harpies or try to get a kill with the like half rotation that you have left in that time. Right now our red is off. We haven't been able to invade their red in a minute. Our blue and speed are off. So Neja gets red. I'm going to go back and hit these harpies. I figured Uller would be done with purple before I made it there. So speed is almost up. I should be on it as soon as it comes up. Pretty close. I have lifesteal, so I'm just basic attacking to save my mana. Jungle Shrine was full, so we came over. Mid harpies aren't there again. I have my blink. A little trick you can do with Ao Kuang is use your 2 and then use your blink. That way you don't have to worry about the animation of pulling them out. So I was able to secure that kill. Neja did help a lot. I still have my ult, so I should be able to use that on one of the tankier characters. So I did hold my 1 there. It's a good thing I did. There's a fight going on right, catches my attention. Don't really want to dance with the Jing Ting under tower. Our team cleaned up, so I decided to just hang out in jungle, hoping he's going to overstep. So right now mid harpies are up. Could be going for those. Gonna push the tower. Looks like in game I learned my lesson about using my 1 to engage Xingting. I held it pretty composed during those fights and did not use it. So I can catch this Cuckoo out. Dodges 1. I know he doesn't have beads. Execute him to secure the kill. Now I go for the mid harpies. Speed is up. I have a lot of gold, so I'm just going to back. Between backing and me getting the speed and then harpies, blue might be up in time. So I'm going to finish that demonic grip, and then I'm going to start working on the telekinesian ring. I believe that's what it's called. So starting at speed, Jungle Shrine is full, so we're going to stop by and hit that next. Blue is not up, so I'm just going to rotate mid.
Be careful, right?
In a situation like this where blue has not spawned yet and there's a kind of gatherings going on in mid, it's a little bit more effective for you to be with your team. So you should rotate mid instead of prioritizing that blue. So I missed some basic attacks there. I was able to hit him with my 1. Now the team's here, so we're going to move in to secure the red, and that's the victory we were looking for. Looks like I'm hunting a little bit. Heimdall's here. He backed off, so I'm going to secure the purple. It's better to secure the camp than it is to engage somebody and then potentially get poked out or not have time to go get the camp before somebody rotates over. So I actually have enough money to buy the tier 3 version of the ring. Our team is hitting Pyromancer. Kukulkan is approaching. So I blink into his ult, use my 1 to dash, get caught by his tornado and take a tower poke. That was way too much aggression. I should have backed off as soon as I got hit by that ult. I'm looking for somebody that I can get up close to and just chop at. Heimdall ults away. He probably could have killed me if he landed that ult or just kept basic attacking me. So I'm in full run mode. Re-angling, trying to get towards their backline. See if I can find any squishies. I see the KK. I ult the wrong person and I dash out. I was able to pop the one, do some damage. So Kukulkan's bringing the fight over towards me. This is a bad play. I'm trying to lifesteal, but instead I just give my opponents enough time to catch up to me. So in that situation, I should have just turned and ran back towards tower. Telkine's ring is how you pronounce that. And then next we're going to be going for the hasten ring, so that way whenever we engage somebody with our 2, we can stay on them and land a lot of basic attacks, reducing their magic protections and having the dragons from the 2 come out and do a bunch of damage.
Everything okay?
So, a couple preventable deaths. 1 or 2 kills kind of got slipped away. But other than that, we're having a pretty good jungle game. So looking at the radar or the mini-map now, our speed, red, and blue are up. So we're going to make our way to our speed. There's a team fight going on in left. So I could hit speed, harpies, blue, and then potentially do some work on the team fight. My speed is not there. So I just keep acting with my initial plan. Harpies are not there. So at this point in time, I've spent maybe 10 seconds rotating over here, not hitting the camps, not leveling up. So if I don't get this for mana, it's going to be a complete net gain of 0. So I'm already doing more damage than he thinks I'm going to. I'm going to back up because he could heal. So he canceled that early. Sylvanas, if he would have gotten that pull, that Vamana would have been in trouble. Hit this wave with 2 other people. So, losing some XP by doing this. Heimdall's pushing up and right. Cuckoo's cleaning up middle. I have my ult, and I feel like because my ult is an execution, I have the best chance of killing him. He plays that pretty well. Milan shows up out of nowhere. So now I'm getting hit by tower, I back out. Trying to re-angle the fight. Gonna ult the Mulan, that gets me out of Xingqing's ult. So I see Cuckoo back there. I'm just going to land in front of the Xingqing, whether I meant to or not. Or I should say whether that was intentional or not. I'm pretty hurt. Pop some potions, just in case I have to re-engage. If Vamana sees me, it's time to run. I have my blink up. I dash away. Get a little bit of invisibility. He's still on me. I angled that terribly. Gonna fight him, get a little bit of lifesteal. And then run. Do a little dash, blink at past him. So now I'm out. I did not get my speed last time, so I'm going to go ahead and confirm it now. If you're unsure whether you can get your speed or not, it's probably best just to grab it. Looks like I'm just going to hit all the camps before I back. Because I have the lifesteal and the jungle starter item, I'm able to heal back a bunch of health and even some mana. So now there's no camps, or take time to rotate somewhere. I just back, and I can rotate there from the spawn. So right now our team's kind of gather around gold. Gonna hit the back harpies, make my way towards the team. Gonna secure this red, keep leveling up. So Heimdall engaged and then backed off the Gold Fury. He's back on it. I'm gonna place a ward. So now it's a 3v2. I don't want to fight this, but I don't want to leave Sylvanas. I take some pokes, I run the other way. Mulan's really far up. So I take poke from Cuckoo. Gotta dash out. Ullr's able to get a double, clean some of that up. Neja is able to get Cuckoo. So now they just have their front line and their other front line. So they don't have as much damage as some of the other characters, so we're able to secure gold without them stealing it. So we still have like 25 seconds before any of their damage is up. I'm gonna route the back way, set up some wards so we know if they're coming. Gonna hit Pyro, and that will allow us to back and get back very quickly. I'm gonna hit Harpies, and I'm gonna hit Speed. Now that I'm level 20, I don't need to worry about going to get blue as much. Now that the leveling process is done, you're looking just to get picks on their damage characters. So in this game, that would be Heimdall, Cuckoo, and Mulan. Right now, our team was able to secure fire without me. I think most people are going to back, even though we have a Sylvanas for heals. So right now, I'm looking to invade. Their Mulan isn't 20. Their Jing is still relatively low level, but he's a support, so that's alright. I took that blue mostly to just offset this Mulan. So right there, and a lot of bad. So I dash out. Sylvanas is able to throw me a heal. I just keep running, but unfortunately Heimdall got me. I probably could have routed a little bit better. Instead of going so far towards right lane, I probably should have gone back more towards spawn. So they just cleaned up everyone who had Fire Giant pretty easily. It's just the Sylvanas. He popped his sprint, was able to blink out. Looks like he's going to survive. So right now the enemy team has no objectives they can be going for. They did kill all of us, but they don't get as much for killing all of us as they could. So they're not getting a Gold Fury, they're not getting Fire Giant because we all died. We already got those objectives. So they're just going to push structures. At this point in the game, Phoenixes are kind of the only thing that matter. So now that I'm up, I can't just dash in there all crazy. I gotta have a little bit of a strategy when I do it. But I do have my ult, and that Xingting does look like a yummy snack. Speeds up, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit that. At this point in the game, Jungle Shrine doesn't matter too much, but since I've got crazy attack speed and I'm passing it, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. So we got Heimdall rotating in, gonna pop my 2, throw my 1, he dashes out. So it looks like I just gave up on the kill there. Able to get this Vamana to ult, prevent him from doing too much healing, then dash out, and hopefully the team can clean that up. Very nice. So the goal in that fight was to just get in, do some damage. I got Vamana to ult, and then also got the team to secure the kill. I didn't want to leave the team, so re-engaging, because a lot of them probably 8 abilities to secure that kill. Able to ult the Xing Ting. That makes me 7 and 4, doing alright. Let's see, aggressive landing, gonna steal their speed because I had mine stolen so many times. That feels good. So we have the hasten ring on. We're going to be looking to get the last ring in that tree that gives you lifesteal. Dash on. I feel like I'm about to get ulted. I just die from Phoenix. I was very aggressive and I definitely should have turned away as soon as I realized that Phoenix was locked onto me. I have enough to finish my build. So I should buy 2 wards and level up my beads. That's what I should have done right there. We're just gonna watch this Sylvanas clean up some minions. The team's pushing our team back through left jungle. Whenever we get back up, we're going to want to isolate either Heimdall or Cuckoo to take them out of the fight. We'll have an ult and a full kit to do so.
Alright. Everybody gets one, I guess.
So the team fight's going on left. Xing is not involved in the team fight because he is mid. Going to blink. Xing's on me. So my 2 went away. So this is a bad time to be engaging. I'm just going to try to basic attack him. So I just used my 1 aggressively. Kill Vamana. Still have my ult. I see Cuckoo, so I back off. Looks like the team's going to start going Pyromancer. I'm trying to keep an eye on them. Saving my abilities for Cuckoo. That was bad. Chase Cuckoo. Didn't even see the Heimdall. Heimdall ulted me into space. So 2 deaths back to back. You gotta reflect and just think who's doing the damage, what abilities are killing me, how do I not die by those. So right now it looks like Cuckoo is doing a lot of the damage with his whirlwind ability, so I'm going to want to try to engage whenever he's already casted that. Heimdall is chunking with basic attacks, and his ult, if he hits me with it, I'm pretty much dead, although I totally could have beats that. If I was any good, I would have beats that. Mulan is doing okay damage, but not I'm dead damage. So we really just got to watch out for Cuckoo's whirlwind, and then just kind of pick our fights with Heimdall very carefully. Gold Fury's up, Fire Giant's up. Looks like they're moving towards Fire Giant, but then they back off.
It's okay this time. Take this jungle buff.
So we're going to hit our speed or walk right by it. And right now we're just trying to identify where the enemy team is. So we got Heim in mid. We're going to hang out in mid till our team decides to group up. We got Kukulkan who's chasing down Mulan in left. I'm going to make my way that way because she has a long way to run away. Xing and Vamana are in right lane, so that's their front line and their back line. It's going to be a great time to engage this Mulan. So Cuckoo shows face, makes me hesitate. I back off so I don't take damage. Dodge the ult. Uller got hit by it. I'm going to angle around the backside of this tower. Xing Qing is just now backing. So Mulan made it out. Uller was able to push them off tower. Or Golkin was able to push him off tower, and Uller got the tower. Heim just teleported in. He's behind me. I'm not even sure if I'm aware. Looks like he backed or went to spawn. But there's 3. Vamana's here. Cuckoo's here. It's time to run. Gonna clean up these middle harpies. Uller just got red. Gonna clean up these harpies. Right now we're just farming for gold. Looks like they're all kind of spread out fire giant side. So looking at the mini map, it's kind of how you want to judge where you're going. So a couple of them dipped off. Looks like they were possibly going fire. Heimdall ran away. We just put up a ward. There's 2 right in front of me. It's their front line, so I'm going to back up. So we got 2 here. Probably iffy to engage. Got 3 here. Just throw my 2 so that we can go on cooldown faster. So that was a couple ults. Terrible. I had beads and I did nothing. Jing Jing just grabbed me and threw me into a whirlwind. Could have beads that. Could have timed the engagement better. Could have tried flanking possibly. So that puts us down. They definitely have an advantage here. They could go fire. They could try to push a Phoenix. Right now I think I'm looking at my stats, looking at the cooldown, trying to figure out what my last item should be in the build. And it looks like I'm going to go with Spirit Robe. The reason I'm picking Spirit Robe over Mantle is because it has a shorter proc. If I get CC'd, I can easily take less damage through damage mitigation. So right now they're missing. Mulan's on Fire Giant side, so that would lead one to believe that they are hitting gold, but they're hitting Kukulkan on red. So we see that, we see our speed's almost up. We're gonna grab speed, then make our way over to that team fight.
Ultimate is ready.
Making our way to the team fight now. We're level 20, so we're not gonna worry about hitting minions in the middle. Kill Mulan. I beads that. I'm not taking damage from Cuckoo.
Alright. Everybody gets 1. Yeah.
Take a little too much damage. I don't want that Heimdall to be hitting me with his basic, so I'm running. Able to clean up Heimdall just by running in a circle. So right now I'm being chased. It's their front line and Cuckoo. As long as Cuckoo's not here, they don't have a whole lot of damage. So that was definitely a misplay. Able to secure the kill by dashing up. Now I'm in trouble. And I died.
Ooh, that's a yikes for me, dog.
Things I could have done, not use my ult whenever Vamana had beads. I could have been a little bit more patient and just chased him. Could have tried to blink to get out. So I'm gonna buy a damage pot. Got my 2 wards. Don't think I upgraded my relics this game, unfortunately, which is a bit of a misplay. So right now we're 11, 8, and 6. Not the best game, just have made some deaths, but we learned something from those deaths, right? Hopefully you learned something about jungle rotations, when you are getting minimum XP, and whenever you're actually on track to be the appropriate level at the appropriate time.
Yes.
Either way, this one should be ending relatively soon, so we're going to just see how it goes. There's a grouping at Fire Giant, Ullr's not there, and Sylvanas is on the other side of the map. We're going to hit speed. That way we can engage their backline whenever we get the chance. We have speed, we have blink, and we're on cooldown. When we're not on cooldown. So Heim and Cuckoo, we're hanging out in the back.
An enemy has been slain.
Dodge the ult, blink out. So Cuckoo just 3'd. I ult because I was taking too much damage.
Go die hard.
Let's see, I'm going to try to land on the Cuckoo, I believe.
The squad is carrying.
Ullr gets another kill. I think I missed that ability. Hit him with a snake. Missed that ability. Famana's on me. I'm able to just peel behind my team and then help focus on some of the damage. And then that is a deicide. Even though we're hurt, we're able to just group up, push the Phoenix. We have Sylvanas for the heals. That should be a game over. Well, if you guys enjoyed this or learned anything, be sure to leave it a like, maybe even a subscribe. I'll catch you later. Bye.